But I'm saying, so y'all think it's real? Is the fear real? Is it, you know what I'm saying? Is it something that we need to be scared about, or is
The
it
fear
just
is
something?
definitely real.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's worth being fearful of, but it's
Well, I know the fear is real, but should we be this scared though?
I don't feel like we should be that scared because the statistics are showing that it's really affecting age groups that are older and then affecting people with previous health conditions.
And then now that I'm looking at China, like they almost through with it. Yeah.
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 They're
You know what I'm
smart. They know how to
What about Donovan
quarantine
Mitchell? Like
and get
he's
rid.
young and he's black.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
He got it.
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell.
He
Oh
got
yeah,
it.
because people were saying that black people couldn't get it at one point.
Yeah, but he got it. But also they caught it before. Hold on, I can't say they caught it before he got it, but they caught it like early in the symptoms. I don't think he'll see any complications out of it. You know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah,
Rudy Gobert. They got it, but
it's all about your immune system. This is like what, an autoimmune disease, right?
Mhm.
So it's really about how well your immune system can handle it. Like if you are drinking your OJ and haven't really had any problems or don't get really sick often, I feel like you're not really gonna, like, that's another problem. Like some people can, can have the disease and not really know they have it,
right,
and then spread it.
because it can show up anywhere from 2 to 14
2 to
days
14,
after
right.
you catch it. So
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
I just think it's very unfortunate that
Right.
this is happening.
I mean, I think it's funny
Right.
how all the tissue paper and sanitizer's gone from the store.
What's
but
tissue paper gonna do for
the-
y'all?
the
That's what I'm
vitamin-
trying to figure out. Which I mean,
The vitamin
What?
aisle is completely full. Like nobody's buying.
Nobody's
no
buying
vitamins.
nobody's
vitamins,
buying vitamins,
nutrients.
stuff to support their immune systems. I mean, come on,
Vitamin C.
They buying water,
shit.
which I guess is the right idea, but
But our water is not infected.
right, water is not affected.
You get free water. I mean, but thank you, Mayor Keisha Bottoms, for the free water for the 60 days.
Right, they're not cutting off anybody's water,
Yeah,
which
for
is
60
very
days.
cool.
I feel like it should have been extended to rent and household bills as
Definitely.
well. You think
Oh,
so?
really?
Yeah, it's already in New York right now.
I mean, in Italy, they already did it. So I'm just like, why are we? It'll just freeze it and then it just starts back over when the government is back up.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you probably have a back pay, but it would just be delayed for you not to be required to pay it, so it wouldn't be
yeah, like
turned off.
are they
or
gonna cut your water off
Water.
as soon as
you
No
can't
late
pay it?
fees.
You know, like it's just
Right.
kind of like we're gonna give you time to work, and then you could owe us type shit. I'm sure. I'm pretty sure because
Yeah.
that's the only way it could work. Because they said they're trying to financially figure out how to give people free testing. I was watching this.
Yeah, I saw that. What they
With the
question
lady,
Yeah.
the lady had a board and was just asking him how much you think all this stuff costs, and then it was like 1,100. Don't quote me, but $1,000 something dollars, and she was like, "How do you think households
who
that
gon-
can
yeah,
barely
who-
afford $400
who's gonna
can
pay for
afford
that?
Right, and then people are just not gonna want to go. The whole point of it was to urge people to go get tested and not, scare them off because they can't either afford it or, like it's just. I don't know. It's crazy. Like everybody, I feel like should go get tested if you are showing any type of symptoms, just to be precautious, and be and mindful of other people around you that might have other health issues that might complicate their infection.
Mm-hmm. And they say what they say, gatherings of larger than 500 people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because now we know NBA games getting
Canceled.
well, actually yes.
Concerts
Like
canceled.
soccer games.
Soccer. I'm kind of
I was
happy.
supposed
I
to
mean,
go
that's
to a
the best
wedding
thing they
next
did.
week. That got
The
canceled.
wedding got
The
canceled.
wedding got
Yeah, my
canceled.
cousin's wedding got canceled. We were
Yeah.
supposed to plan on flying to Ethiopia, even though Ethiopia doesn't have it, and a lot of African countries don't have it. It's just like
Right,
we really can't travel.
right. Even and then it's sneaking up in some African countries right now, but not a lot of cases. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which
I mean, yeah, which is cool. I
Right.
mean, that's a plus because that would take out a lot of Africa
mm-hmm.
if it became an epidemic. Yeah.
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 Warm climate.
Right.
Mhm.
And it's a lot of outdoor activities, you know what I'm saying, where people are usually outside a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, the springtime is
Right.
ideal for it. Yeah.
Right. So, right now Atlanta is hoping to get it out of our systems.
At least get it in control, you
Right.
know, like to where they know who has it. And I feel like with the whole voluntary isolating yourself, I feel like it shouldn't be voluntary. I feel like for 3 weeks we should all have to stay home. I do agree with that, because I feel like it does take 2 to 14 days to know if you got it or not. So if you show any symptoms, you could easily contact the CDC and contact a hospital and let them know, so that you can get tested and then take the proper procedures. Because I feel like if everybody's off the streets, then other people won't get infected as rapidly. So I mean, you can't take away people's rights and freedoms, but
Right.
people are still gonna go party and be sick. You know what I mean? Some people are
In Atlanta, you already
not.
Atlanta,
You know.
they don't stop
know. I
clubbing.
mean, it's my birthday.
That's just my
You know
opinion,
what
but
I'm saying?
Who are we turning up tonight?
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
right. You're shaking your head. No, I want to know why. Yeah.
Put you on this side to show you what this gonna be right here. They ain't saying nothing on this side. They keep the media right on this topic. I don't believe in nothing what government does. And when they put this man-made, what you wanna call it, out here, we panicking, rushing to the stores, Walmart, this damn newspapers and politicians.
Stabbing each other over
Over stuff.
Right.
Well, yeah. I mean, there is a bigger cause. I do feel it's a distraction, but
yeah, Lysol,
Absolutely.
Lysol.
hand sanitizer companies,
the healthcare industry, but they're already paid.
the corona masks. You know what I'm saying?
They got
We should have been putting our logos on corona masks like right now. We're making a killer, man.
I'm trying
You know
to
what I'm
tell
saying?
you.
You forgot this is a capitalist country.
Of course,
We worry about money first.
of course.
Die first. Die don't care. They worry about the money. It's a capitalist.
And I agree with that, because with the whole argument with the lady with the board, he was more like, well, we're gonna see how we could financially, all he was talking about was finances. And it's like, she's like, dude, are you more worried about the cost, or are you worried about your people dying? Like, you
Right.
have the opportunity to make this call and you're not making the. She had to force him to make the call, kind of. I think somebody else made a call.
So who was the lady? Who was she representing?
She's a congresswoman,
Okay.
and I'm not sure what state she was representing, but I know it's her and 2 other congresswomen that wrote him a week prior to this, asking for free testing.
Right.
So why are we not having free testing when this is an epidemic?
So what are y'all doing to quarantine and chill?
I got ginger ale.
They said ginger ale
pepper
cures it.
soup.
I don't know
got-
how much I believe that. But
I'm just staying home, just staying away from large groups of people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just washing my hands like I'm supposed to.
Right.
facts.
Right. I mean, I think it's pretty basic. So stay away from less than 500 people.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Know who you're around and if
Right.
they're sick or not.
You know what I'm saying? Wash your hands.
498, 499, fuck it. That's it.
Right.
You know. And yeah, vitamins. I think vitamins and you know what I'm saying, nutrients. That's the
Natural vitamins.
That's the
Don't
important
take
stuff.
this government-made vitamins. Don't tell people to take these.
I'm definitely going to Whole Foods, man.
You're like, yeah, get
Flintstones?
your
Flintstones, chewable Flintstones.
Oh yeah, the chewable Flintstones. Right.
Wait, 20 years from now, y'all gonna hear something about them Flintstones. But y'all ain't gonna hear nothing about no apples and bananas and natural vitamins.
juice bars,
Juice bars, juice. Vitamin C, kale, greens,
ginger,
all that.
ginger, cayenne
Lemons,
pepper.
limes,
Apple cider vinegar.
garlic. Yeah, absolutely. Garlic and ginger has always been my mom's go-to for all type of, mucus involved. Mucus. Yeah. And mucus causes a lot of illness because it's clogging. Yeah. Yeah, mucus is a deadly killer. I mean, that was a part of AIDS too. Mucus was
Yeah.
the main cause of.
Right. So now that we're not gonna have because it's not gonna be no sports to watch. We can't watch no NBA. It's supposed to be the NBA playoffs coming up. Well, first it's supposed to be March Madness.
I thought they were gonna play without a thing.
They were
A
until
cloud.
today they decided to shut it down.
Because they're like, we ain't finna get it.
Right.
They got enough money. They could do
Yeah,
that.
they've been making money for years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just like, why is the airlines industry not doing that, man? Why we need a break too? How about everybody in the airlines industry stops? They go and clean out the whole airports and disinfect everything, and then start over again, and then just start testing people at the door.
Because those companies depend on money to
I know.
to pay their
I already
employees.
know.
So it's either keep going or Your job is over with.
I know.
Even though, like,
but,
I think
mean, it could be paused.
Now the difference, I think, in China when they shut down, like, I think the employees were still getting paid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, everybody gets paid because usually you got PTO, all this other stuff to cover your time off.
Yeah, but what if you ain't got that?
Majority of companies have that though.
And I'm just saying, like, what if you don't have any more PTO?
Well, shit, you're not getting paid, or you can get short-term
You know what I'm saying?
disability if you paid for
But
it.
but should you get, you know what I'm saying?
Disability.
Should you be penalized because there's like a fucking emergency? You know what
I
I'm
feel
saying?
like you
Excuse
shouldn't.
my
That comes in with the government.
Mhm.
That comes in with government. Like,
Right.
government should be saying, hey, our people can't work, so how about we just freeze everything? I
Let's
mean,
say the
they're
type of company you're working for.
Right.
mean,
Right.
yeah.
If it's a company, is it a company for the people? Is it a company for the dollar? You know what I'm
so
saying?
it's all companies
If
for
it's-
dollars, for
Right.
sure. But there's a way where, like we said, they could either back pay or make you pay it later, or until this epidemic is over with.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
Right.
yeah.
I mean, yeah. This
But
is,
I mean, at least you get off or whatever. I feel like you
Yeah.
shouldn't have to use your vacation or your time off for
who's
this.
gonna be the first person to make the coronavirus movie?
Good question.
I know this is all. I say it.
Hey.
They're making a lot of coronavirus movies, just not Hollywood.
Right. It's going on as we speak.
Yeah.
You know.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like coronavirus is.
Is coronavirus gonna stop people from like moving on from their current relationships? Like if they're not happy, you might not want to go to somebody.
I
might
saw
wanna-
I saw a post earlier. It was a meme. It was like, sis, if he's not willing to get quarantined for you, he's not for you.
Oh!
Like,
If he's not willing
It's
to
too
get
soon.
quarantined for you, I'm done.
Right. So everybody that had the 2020 declarations of moving on from that, they got, you might want to hold up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You might want to.
oh yeah.
Yeah. And what about the pregnant women? Nobody's talking about them.
How do they get affected?
I'm just saying, like,
I'm asking them.
well, yeah, like I want to know how. You know,
How
like.
they get like.
Would the baby get it too? I mean, could they die because they're
Well, I
more
think what they say for
susceptible to it?
kids, from what I hear, for children, it's like it's not a big deal for children. From what I hear, it's like a flea.
I heard the children are the main carriers.
Of it?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. They can carry it,
'Cause they
but
don't wash their
but it
hands.
doesn't necessarily
Affect them.
affect
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Though. You know
I'm
what
not
I'm
gonna
saying?
lie, kids are exposed to a lot more though. Cause
Still the number one killer.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Nobody's
Exactly.
talking about the flu.
You have
Right.
exactly. You got a better chance.
Corona is a form of flu though. Corona is just like the generic for
But it's a flu still
Yeah.
and killing people.
yeah.
Nobody don't
You
want to
know,
tell that.
what I heard,
Yeah.
the reason they panicking over this is because
It's
they don't
unknown.
have a vaccine.
Yeah, and it's
They
unknown.
can't even cure
Well,
it.
damn, they ain't had vaccine flu yet. 'Cause people still
But they
don't
got the
want
flu
to
shots.
They do have
They
flu
still
shots.
dying.
They have
They still
prevention,
have-
preventative.
But you know the medical ain't trying to heal you
They
for
still
real.
dying.
Well, they do have a doctor from the Congo that that's in Canada that has a possible cure, but yeah, but the cure, but it got to get,
Tested
it
on
has,
people.
it has to get approved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
It's like the man had a cure for AIDS.
AIDS.
It's
Mhm.
probably because
They don't kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's still African continents and island continents that have the cure for AIDS. Other countries are allowed to have it. It's just our country that won't agree with it. Right.
It's all about the Catholics.
Right. That's why people, when they go out of country or something, they get cured and come back. They're like, oh, I'm cured. My mom believes in that. She's like, back home, we got a cure for everything.
Imagine Johnson would say that.
Yeah, natural remedies. Because they know how this certain plant or this certain fruit or whatever can cure this part of your body or your, it's all been documented from. It is all mucus.
Right.
Because mucus, like, it's a scientific way. I looked this up because I was a big, like, Dr. Sebai follower. Yeah, and RIP to him, one of the greatest. But he basically taught about how the virus attacked your body and how mucus was the number one reason why your certain, I guess it's holes or whatever in your lungs and stuff fill up with mucus and then they shut down.
Mm.
Because it kind of needs to, I guess, breathe,
But you know, a lot of countries got cures.
Yeah.
People don't know.
To loosen
Cancer,
up the mucus
cancer,
and
diabetes,
make it,
AIDS, they
you
had
know.
cures. But America ain't not gonna expose that. They ain't gonna do it to you like that.
Because if they did, everybody'd be healthy. And there wouldn't be asthma. There wouldn't be none of that stuff. Because asthma is.
And also that's what I'm hearing too. That people that got asthma are gonna be like people that got cancer, people that got asthma.
So I know I can barely breathe now.
Are gonna
all
be the
those
ones
cancer
that
walks, foundations, they make a lot of money off of it.
right.
They're not gonna shut that down.
No,
Right.
they're not.
And
It's all a business.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
So we trying to get through this time, man. You know,
Yeah, be smart. Wash your hands. If
sanitize.
touch doorknobs. Don't forget everything you touched, including your phones. If you touch a doorknob and then you touch your phone, make sure you wipe it down.
And this is true because everybody act like they just been washing their hands 30 times a day. Y'all have not have been washing your hands 30 times a day.
Soap.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been washing my hands. Hold on. Every time I touch a door and I wash my hands. Then I wipe down my phone with like a wipe.
I'm talking about people before they heard about coronavirus though. They wasn't doing all that.
I'm not gonna say I was that
No.
extreme, but I did wash my hands.
Now you
after
see
I
people
got
saying
bathroom.
you're supposed to be washing your hands. You have not been washing your hands 50 times a day.
At least
You
when
know
you
what
use
I'm
the
saying?
bathroom and eat.
They
before
wasn't
you
even
eat.
doing that.
Right. And some people were not doing
In
that.
Italy, clearly they weren't doing it because
You know
they
what
got
I'm saying?
a high in Europe. Period. And I can honestly say they always say some stuff about Europeans not being clean, and this just proved it because majority of a lot of cases are in Europe.
Okay.
Spain.
Okay, it's gonna be some Europeans send you up on that.
I
too.
know I love y'all though, but y'all ain't clean, bro. Y'all just need to wash y'all hands, bro. Like I'm just saying, wash your hands.
Let's dig in the question bag.
So, question bag.
Both ass and hands.
Baby, let's get the first question. Answer out the question bag, man. Let's see what we got.
First question. Do you prefer a woman who stays home or an outgoing woman?
Home.
Oh, you like the homebody?
Homebodies. Especially in Atlanta.
For me, I don't date women, but I prefer a guy that stays home. Sometimes, but likes to have a good time when I'm around. Okay.
Oh, so he can go out. You saying he can go out with you, but
With me.
right.
But nobody else. He can go out with his homeboys when I'm there.
I like a balance of both.
Just kidding.
You know what I'm saying? Go out, stay home sometimes.
I mean, yeah, you just kind of do both.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if you're in a relationship, there should be boundaries anyways. Like, like you're in a relationship.
Boundaries, of course.
Yeah, you could have your break.
So
go
what
to drink.
So what if you're in a relationship with and it's two outgoing people that are in a relationship?
That we can
I mean,
go
it's gotta
outgoing
be-
together.
It's got to be an understanding. I mean, before you got in that relationship, you knew she was outgoing. She knew you were outgoing.
Exactly.
So it's got to be that balance.
Right.
So.
Now all of a
But-
sudden,
Probably better.
right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
See, that's the problem.
What if I'm known as the life of the party, and then
Which you are.
you know what I'm saying?
But I mean, no, that's cool. But you could be the life of the party. But I just feel like when you change a job, right? You have to change who you are sometimes, right? Depending on what position you acquire,
At least fake it.
or at least fake it.
Right.
So it's kind of the same concept in a way. You don't have to fake it, but I feel like you should have an understanding to where okay, well, I can't.
Let's
do
not say
this
fake it.
'cause-
You mean refine it?
refine it. Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I said it.
He said fake
I said
it.
what I said.
He said fake it.
He
So
said
I don't know
fake
what he meant by that, but I kind of,
You know what I'm saying? At least give off, corporate America
Vibes.
toasting versus, real world toasting can be two different people.
Yeah. I agree.
So I mean, I'm not.
So
I'm
give
not,
me-
I'm
so
not
give me-
giving them who I really am. Let me put it that way.
You're giving who they
That's
want.
faking it. I'm just trying to clean it up.
You're giving it to who
Yeah.
they want.
Like right, like I'm walking
Exactly.
out, I'm walking out the club and my phone is ringing like, hey babe, where you at? Oh, nothing, just waking up. You know I'm leaving the club. I'm not gonna say I'm leaving the club. Just splashing. water
That's
on my face.
lying, bro.
Stretching the truth.
That's
Stretching the truth.
lying. That ain't stretching the truth.
Yeah, that's lying.
So how should we do? Tell me how you would do.
No, just be like, hey, babe, I was thinking about stepping out. What you think? Okay, cool. I want to come out with you. Or, okay, cool. You can go.
But
See
how about,
you later.
hey, I was kicking it with the homies today.
It's just you gotta check in. I'm just saying, you don't
just
want
be-
your girl to not tell you she went. How would you feel if your girl went out, because she's the life of the party, and didn't tell you or ask you, and she out in the sections chilling and having a good time, and you
What
come
she-
out and you see her like,
What
I
she-
didn't know you were going
But
out.
wait. What is she doing in the
you tell
sections?
me.
If we're talking about relationship, there's got to be transparency.
That's what I'm saying, in
there's-
relationships.
There's no reason to hide it. If you have to lie to your partner, there's no point of being with her.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, so you don't need to, facts. So I just feel like you should be able to communicate and say, hey, are you going out? Are you not? Especially if you go out a lot.
Yeah. I mean, even if you do that, like if I say I'm going out, I'm like, hey, I'm going out with my boys. I'll be back at this time.
Just common courtesy.
Yeah. Just put it out there.
And if she wants to come along, what happens?
I mean, you just, hey, look, I'm gonna be out with my boys. So if I'm not,
You emphasize
if I'm
on
not
boys.
giving you attention, that's on you.
What they say is don't never put a time on it. You go on with your boys, so never say a time to be back.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, if you don't show up at that time, yeah.
That
But,
time to get you.
yeah.
Yeah.
You lying about time, and it don't even be your spouse you lie to. You lie to everybody about your time. Like, hey, I'm gonna be pulling up at 7 o'clock, but I'm really pulling up at 9 o'clock.
You don't even have to say a time, though.
That time. You say you gonna be at 1, you came at 3. You're like, oh man, that's a whole nother,
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but yeah.
another situation.
Right. Facts.
But yeah, transparency is key, man. You know what I'm
It
saying?
sure is.
Definitely.
Like, hey, David, coronavirus going on. I want to step out in a place where there wasn't more than 500 people.
You gotta emphasize now even more. It's not gonna be more than 500 people. Okay. Oh, how are the clubs gonna be affected? That's my question. Like,
Strip club.
are the prices gonna go up? Because you can
Nah,
only have
I
500
mean,
people in the building.
I think it's only gonna go down. I don't
Yeah,
think.
it should go
I feel
down.
like smart people. let me
No,
not say
it
that.
probably go up because they're gonna try to make up for all the other people not paying.
Get your money at the bar. Get your money at the bar.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It's just like for what's it called? Last year I went out for it was like Ramadan, and the clubs were empty
Oh yeah.
because I didn't realize so many Muslims
Go
were are out.
Yeah.
So when I realized that because it's their holiday, they are fasting from the club. The clubs were empty, and there's nothing they could do about it.
Right.
That's deep.
Right. That means
So-
That's so deep.
I mean, you need to be
That's another
having
topic.
drink specials. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're gonna have to reduce the prices
Happy
to accommodate
hours.
the people that are already there.
Right.
So,
Because you got to make money.
But one thing about strippers, I don't want to a strip club when you go down there. Stripper have masks on, wear gloves, dance.
yeah, they
I
got.
don't
The,
want
Oh,
to-
yeah.
I don't want to see stripper doing that.
they're gonna be
Yeah,
wearing
it's not-
bodysuits.
it's not fitting the fantasy.
Right.
Right.
Passion word.
Yeah, I can't
So
imagine beyond your gloves and mask.
So do we think the strip club's going down?
Possibly.
Um,
Possibly. I know a lot of people
personally
are
would
losing
not
weight.
want to get a lap dance. From
Me neither.
Yeah.
Somebody
And they
right
just
now.
real.
Not right now. Not right now.
Not right now.
Yeah, because I don't know who she was dancing on before.
Exactly.
But,
Where he
It's not
came
gonna be
from,
me.
where he traveled.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Like the higher end ones where there's business class people that travel, that's where I would be afraid to go to, I feel like. Because the ratchet ones, I don't feel like
I
they
think
go
I'd be scared of
anywhere.
all of them. Because in the
Yeah.
hood, they ain't getting
I mean,
checked.
but think about it.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, like this is really affecting people that travel.
Hey,
Nah.
I'm just saying, I'll be scared of all of them. Not the hood, less than the. I'm scared of all of them. The high end and the.
Low
You
end.
know what I'm saying? And the low end. Yeah.
A lot of people are already getting, affected. Like, people who influencers and people who are out here, making
Yeah,
money
people
off
got-
of
they got
marketing.
Out of town gigs and hostings and all that stuff.
That's all shit.
Yeah. And South by Southwest.
Yeah.
South by Southwest, they said they made
Yeah.
$300 million last year. That shit is canceled.
And they're not giving anybody back their money?
Even
Question?
the Afro Nation trip.
Yeah.
I heard that got canceled.
Oh wait, really?
Well, I mean, I
that's the
think
one we were supposed to go to. Ah, damn.
So-
Puerto
But
Rico.
Africa got it.
But not even still, like I got a cousin that was traveling. He was going to the Congo, and he had he had a connecting flight though. That was stopping in the European country. If he would have had to stop in that European country, he would have had to stay for 14 days.
What?
So he had to switch his flight up to not go through a European country. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
my god, that's so. People who don't know, they probably are like, la da 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 da. What? I gotta stay here 14 days? Why? Oh, damn.
Right.
One of my friends' mother-in-law is stuck right now on one of the cruise ships.
Exactly.
So like they're just gonna quarantine them till they see like Symptoms?
And they just said Africa just stopped or is putting a quarantine on the European countries right now.
That shit making me a little nervous.
You know what I'm saying? It's
But-
real in the field.
It's real.
It's real out here.
Like everybody just gotta be aware, be informed, because the more you know, the more you can protect yourself.
You gotta watch out for this government. There's something else that's going on.
Yeah.
Something's going on.
A lot of people are saying that too. So
This shit is not like shit got posted. You know, so people beware.
Yep.
yeah. I mean, I feel like it's a governmental thing. I feel like eventually, I don't know, I'm just foreseeing, right? I feel like Trump is probably going to save the day and then get reelected.
I mean, he already said
You
some
don't think
people's
so?
day.
No, I mean,
Whoever he
no,
works with, he
save
still.
as far as the people who work for him, they're gonna, his administration is gonna be credited. But you get what I'm saying? Get credited, and once they get credited, everybody's gonna be like Trump.
He gonna get blamed.
You think so?
Honestly, this should be helping Bernie Sanders. Because he's the one trying to give everybody this free health care.
Right.
Right.
Oh yeah, I remember. And also, right? So let's go on a lighter note because I'm getting a little nervous about this Corona talk.
Yeah. Let's
Let's talk about the Facebook dating now available in the U.S. Huh? How many of y'all been using the Facebook
I
dating?
thought that's been a thing.
It was
I mean, they
introduced a
even-
couple months ago,
Yeah.
I mean,
but it's supposed to.
I signed up because
Yeah,
a friend told me to, and
And how'd it go?
it was interesting. I guess it matches you with people around your area, people you kind of probably know or something.
I think it's supposed to be like a more secure thing, like as opposed to the some of these sites where people been getting robbed.
like
and,
Craigslist,
you know what I'm saying?
You mean Backpage?
Backpage.
Backpage,
Backpage.
Craigslist.
$40. Oh, you know what's so funny? Backpage is coming back. That's what I saw a van in LA, and it had a thing on the back that said Backpage is coming.
Wow.
Never trust them.
Backpage, yeah.
I took a picture by it actually. I'm gonna show
I
you.
don't think
later.
they'll let Backpage come back. Too many things have happened.
I know. I'm good on
Too
that.
many
more about
crimes.
I
too
think
many-
it's a good idea.
Too
Like,
many $40 moments.
I think like it's a good idea. It gives users 18 and up access to a suite of future designs to help them find a meaningful relationship.
I don't trust online dating, but I mean that's just me.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, have you ever had an online situation that worked for you?
a lot of people, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, now that the Instagram age is in, right? So more people are exposed to you because of online. So even if you meet them in real life, it's like, I know you off online. I get that a lot. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like,
I mean, weird people though. It be people that they'll speak to you on social media, but you see them in real life, like
they'll base
won't
their,
speak to you.
no, I got
You
the
know what I'm saying?
opposite.
Yeah,
People come and
the-
speak
the
to me like, I know
personality is
you.
different,
Like
yeah.
they know me.
Yeah, because you can.
I know it's kind of scary.
Because now you can have a
sometimes, especially when you
conversation
don't
with
know them.
somebody and
Be scared.
no verbal. It don't have to be verbal at all. It could be a DM, text, DM. People are used to communicating in that fashion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this shit is. It's kind of weird to me. I want to have some kind of verbal, in addition to, you know what I'm saying, like the.
I mean, it will be. I mean, the social media is just the introduction.
Yeah.
So once you exchange, phone numbers, eventually, then you can, talk to the person. But, there's levels to it.
Yeah.
It goes from DM to, phone conversations to meeting up in person, and one of those steps you can, realize what you're dealing with. So
First off, people do too much business on it. Then somebody walk up to you and tell you all about your life, what you did last night.
Everything.
And then you be like,
That's why I don't really post as much
that's-
anymore.
that's their fault though.
Yeah, I mean, that's if you put that much out there, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, even if you don't, people kind of think they know you. There's people who
Oh, yeah,
who
yeah.
just see your Instagram and follow you and then be like, "Oh, you look like you could be like."
Or if you
what?
post a meme, they think that that's what you're going through.
Right.
I don't like that.
Sometimes I'll just post because I feel like posting.
Right.
Like, actually, I had a conversation with my friend, homegirl, about that yesterday. She's like, stop posting the comments you make on there sometimes. And I mean, I agree with her because some people, but at the same time, I don't care what people think because clearly I'm interesting enough for them to watch.
I went to a funeral a couple weeks ago, and I seen one of my old friends be like, "Boy, you rich, you getting all the money now, ain't you?" Nah, I'm just I just do some stuff on social media, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not rich. I don't have no
Facts.
whole bunch.
Money.
I'm
Da-da-da-da.
up in the club with all the celebrities, with all the rappers, and I had somebody recently tell me, after analyzing your social media, your lifestyle is not suitable for me or my family.
Wow.
And I'm like, wow.
Wow.
That's pretty hardcore. You analyze my social media.
Oh yeah,
Right?
they're definitely gonna do that.
That's
Yeah.
deep.
People really,
See, the
it's
thing
like
about
the
social
new
media-
way of judging people.
Yeah, exactly.
You're too popular. Right.
Making a roast on Sunday night.
Right.
That's just what I get paid
To do right. Right.
Yeah,
And
social
it's so
media
sad.
is just based off perception. So people are just gonna perceive what they see and then judge you based off of that.
Exactly.
That's
Right.
all.
When I seen a girl that got 10,000 likes on her picture, I'm cool.
Right.
Yeah, guys always say that.
You-
That's so sad.
you cool?
Oh, you got too many guys, probably. They start
You know what?
start
But
predicting
see,
your whole
that's-
life.
that's-
Like,
that's another, a lot of
what
these
if I'm
Instagram
married?
models too, they have nothing to show for it.
And you know because you are their photographer usually.
I am.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's real. And I know a lot of them too. You know what I'm saying? And man, I'll just say just somebody having a whole bunch of followers, you know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't make them a good person or a bad
or a
person.
bad person.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But
They're just good at marketing.
You the person you got in the combo with. You be like,
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Get to at least meet the person before you prejudge the person because that person has so X amount of followers or because the person looks like this or looks like that. Because I get prejudged all the time until people actually meet me and they're like, "Oh, you're hella cool. You're down to earth. You don't think you're the shit or you don't." I get that a lot, and that kind of makes me sad because it's like, dang. So do I look shallow or do I look? You know,
you look however you look to them.
to them. But then it's a lot of people that think the same
A
way.
lot of women,
A lot of
yeah,
Instagram models are shallow.
yeah, they set the wrong standard.
Yeah.
But a lot of women understand there's a lot of stalkers out here.
Yeah.
People post that to you where you live at, with your address.
Oh yeah, facts.
True.
Facts.
True story.
You got to take off your location while posting, people, because you never know who got an IP address search. Right.
You got an address?
Yeah. Right. That's it. That's all it takes, honestly. That's why I don't give people my address. I have close friends that don't even know where I stay. I'm not gonna lie. Like I really do. Like I mean, y'all my friends, cool, but you ain't got no reason to come to my house.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I just got too much going on for me to even risk. Because there's too many people that kind of hate on the low or
Right.
wish
Oh,
they,
yeah.
they had what you had or might want to come slash your tire. Anything, you get what I'm saying? So I just think ahead and I think safe, my safety and my family's safety versus trying to be cool or trying to be nice. Because that's what fucks you up at the end. So
Definitely.
I'm good.
But in the meantime, we appreciate y'all for checking us out on LoftP Africa. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Coronavirus version.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to make it through the virus.
Stay away
will
from
survive.
people that
We're gonna stay out the 500 plus crowd. You know what I'm saying? Catch
Stay
us
away
maybe in a
from 100
75 or
plus.
people crowd. You know what I'm saying?
75.
Yeah, about 75.
I'll probably be in a 10 or less crowd.
15,
This is how many
20.
people's in here.
Right.
10 less.
Exactly. But you know,
Good.
we will survive though.
We will survive.
And then on that note, we're gonna do our shot on 1, 2, 3. I'll go 1, 2, 3.
LoftP Africa.
Even though you don't have your shot.
I don't have my shot, but
1, 2, 3.
I'm on no alcohol today. Yay.
LoftP Africa.
LoftP Africa. We should have read one more.
And cut.